Today is May 1st, 2024. It is 2:59 p.m. I've got this software open. This is audio software, recording software called WavePad by NCH Software. You can get it at the Microsoft Store for free. And basically, it's like a really good recording option. It's a lot better than this voice recorder app that the computer comes with. And like I said, it's free. As far as using it to catch this harassment, that's what I'm doing today, and I'm having some good success with it. It's going to sound and look kind of similar to the software-defined radio, but that's, well, using it on sound card is kind of similar to this because I'm taking a recording of the audio of the environment, but the software-defined radio obviously has the radio capability as well. While I'm looking at the infrasound activity here, and you're going to hear a constant rumbling infrasound that for most people is not audible, but when the system is running, it's very annoying and it's a constant rumbling, and they can add in amplified plane sounds, car sounds, etc. But the communication is in the background this entire time, and you'll hear that, and it's two different layers. There's a higher frequency layer and then a lower frequency layer of communication that you'll be hearing. So while that plane sound is heard, amplified, and transmitted for a very long time, then this communication becomes the loudest at that point in time. So you hear the difference, you see the fluctuations in sound, and this proves that the plane sound is digital as well, because when the voice drops, the plane sound drops as well. So it's all coming from the same system. There's another big spike of sound. And let's play it again, but watch the frequency analysis and this temporal frequency analysis the entire time. Control, go to start, hit the little green play button. Okay, so it's clear there that there is constant hidden communication there in my immediate area, and it's being done with the same strategy that is seen in the Lookout for Charlie videos. And from my perspective, this is being done with panel antennas from cell towers, from drones, from satellites, and from my unique instance from a malicious nearby party. So I'm going to play this again and watch for the constant hum. No matter if there's a plane like there was here and then the communication just picks up, there's a constant hum of infrasound, and in that hum there is communication. So that sound is audible to me everywhere I am in my backyard / patio. It's a constant. It almost sounds like what you'd think is city noise. It seems like just city noise, but every single time I'm exposed to this city noise for about 5 minutes or less, then my vision starts to blur. I'm getting in a brain fog. It's impossible for me to read. It's impossible for me to study. And I'm fatigued. I pretty much just want to sleep. So there's something scientific happening here. And in addition to that, I'm being communicated to. And when you are fatigued in a brain state where your vision's blurred and you're degraded mentally and physically from this, then that's when these people will attack you the most with this psycho shit, with that communication layer. So I'm still working on getting that to come out crystal clear so you can hear the psycho shit that they say. But for right now, the sake of this being paranormal is a guarantee. The fact that this is free software, here's what it is. We can all go do this and all show that this is happening to every one of us. This is being done on purpose with the United States government enabling this, being aware of this, hiding the reports of this in excess of hundreds of thousands of times in the last 5 years. This is clearly one of the themes that's inflating the domestic terror statistics. It's a logical opinion that is. So I'm going to play it again. You see this already here. It's constant. This activity is constant, and that's hiding communication. So I'm going to show you again, because this is so obvious in the beginning here. this plane sound, I don't think that's natural. I think that that's amplified from this technology, and then the communication just picks way, 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 way up also. So there are days where this noise is unbearably loud, where it rattles the room the whole day. And the flight path is not going to change that much day to day. So it's because of technology, noise harassment. It's a noise harassment campaign. It's a radio frequency harassment campaign. Is why it's some days it's unbearable, and some days I don't even notice that I'm next to an airport, and I'm not even really next to an airport. You know, like if anybody's like even right next to the fucking airport, you're not annoyed by the plane sound. So it's just, this is next level. This is obviously digital, and here's more proof of that. 24 hours a day, we got this crazy abnormal activity here happening in infrasound, and then this communication happening even in the audible range here. Car driving by, amplified, heavily amplified. You can hear it. You can hear it, how amplified it is. The system is still amplifying the same fucking car. When the peak of sound happened here. Listen to this again. Listen to this again. This is a vehicle. And listen to how it sounds. This is like a small car going the speed limit, like 20 miles an hour. That time you can't even hear the fucking anything except for the communication ripples. And then this is going to be loud also. This might be another vehicle over here. The pause it to move this red line. It's kind of annoying. So I have no idea what that was. I don't know. But obviously you see the communication, their communication picks way up. It's noticeable on this temporal frequency analysis logarithmic view. Sorry, let's sound that shit out. I'm having my brain state degraded. Oh, and my mouse just died. Cannot make it up mid-video, mouse died. Okay, well, I was going to listen to that again, but I can use the space bar. Okay, listen to it one more time. This is so obvious. Really good evidence. So notice how strong that communication gets when this other sound that they're using to hide it is occurring. And I don't have the same opinion as Charlie entirely, because I think that at times the sound is digital in its origin. Well, not in its origin. Like the sound might occur in an airplane, right? But I think that the sound is transmitted, and then that's why this is there as well. That's my theory, is that, like, yes, planes are loud at times, but it's never to the point where it's so annoying. And it's because it's, first of all, it's significantly longer in duration than it would normally be. And then in addition to that, there's communication inside of it that's pulsed, that's attacking us. It's a biological attack. Yeah, just plug my mouse back in. I'm going to listen to it one more time. That beginning is money. Right there. Okay, and another thing is like if this was an auto gain system, then why is it not populating at the frequency that like constantly populating at the frequency that it sounds at? So like if I start whistling or like you hear that high sound of what sounds like a car maybe, or it's an amplified car sound, then why is it not remaining at that frequency wherever it is here? You know what I mean? So like they are constantly lingering at one specific range of frequencies, and I think that's because of it being harder to detect reliably. So like if they were transmitting sound to us in a range that our phones, for example, could record very well, then we would have so much more evidence for it, and it would be unlikely that it could continue well. So I think that they're utilizing thresholds and techniques, like, for example, having this constant rumbling so that it's almost like a recording jammer. I just watched a video about it from Action Lab, I believe. Or actually, I can't remember the guy, Linus Tech Tips or some shit. I can't remember what his thing was. But it was talking about how, like in boardrooms and stuff, they have these little devices where you press it and then it's like it jams any recording technology in the room. So that's essentially what this looks like, right? So it's like there's definitely communication there, but it's being done either in a way where they're transmitting noise in addition to it. You know what I mean? So it's harder to hear, and I believe that's occurring. And then they're also utilizing frequencies that are kind of well, it makes it obvious that it's digital. One, because you're not supposed to see this spike here 24 hours a day, because that's going to give a person wind turbine syndrome. That's going to give a person all types of different health problems. This is super, super dangerous to have sound like this. And there's a professor on my page on my YouTube that shows it. She did a presentation about how dangerous infrasound is and sound exposure. So this just proves it, that I'm hit with this constantly 24 hours a day. And this activity also has this communication writing inside of it. So I'm going to start this over. Okay, so more than anything else, that communication is this spike. That's not the bird. That's too low of a frequency for that to be the bird. So that's communication right there. That's their communication. That's that gigantic spike. So that's just, it is what it is. Like that's what's happening. And This gigantic spike is their communication. And this is the side of the gigantic wave that they're transmitting. You know what I mean? And this is with heavy filtration, because at first it just sounds like straight death. Like, I could show you right now. I'm going to hide this, make a new project, record it for a second. And they know that I'm recording right now. So, like, I've been having to do amplification and editing. So I have to edit out a bunch of sound, amplify it back up to what it would be. And at that point in time, so that's before I re-edit it. But this is the viciousness of the sound that's occurring that we can't really hear, but it's 100% present here. Or you can hear it if you're sensitive to it. But like an unbiased third party walks into the neighborhood for the first time, I'm like, hey, I'm being harassed with communication. There's a 99.9% chance they're only going to hear this gigantic heavy hum unless they're the intended target. That's my theory about this. And then there's a couple different layers of this. There's this technology, and then there's the video that I took this morning where I'm being shot in the fucking head repeatedly with electromagnetic pulses that have messages in it too. So there's a couple different ways to relay a message discreetly to a person, and I happen to be harassed with a few different of the technologies all the time. And it's not just at my house. It's all over everywhere for the last going on a decade. So this country is obviously very corrupt, and I don't know. That's a whole different thing. I don't want to go on for another 20 minutes about the corruption.